guys, happy Monday. Welcome to the week ahead. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Bri, and today we're going to be pulling motivational messages for each of the 12 signs for the week ahead. So we have a really big week. Today the sun ingressed into Leo. So happy birthday to all my Leos who are going to be celebrating over the next few weeks. Mercury will be going retrograde on Thursday. And then, of course, we have the full moon in Aquarius and the big lunar eclipse on Friday. So there are going to be some intense culminations. There's going to be some big endings, things that you're letting go. And these events are very karmic. They're very fated. And some of you may already be experiencing this. I know I have. Or some of you are going to be coming in contact with this energy. So because of that, I did want to offer you guys a discount on readings for those of you who need it, who maybe have been feeling a little lost and confused and need a little extra guidance, or if you're feeling a little anxious about all, all of the changes that are coming. I'm going to offer my 30-minute readings for $35 until the end of the month. So if that's something you're interested in, the link to my site will be down below. So we're going to go sign by sign, and I'm just going to pull a quick message for each of the signs because I know you guys like by sign. So I do want to incorporate that in some way. So we're going to start with Aries. How are you, Aries? I hope that the past few weeks have been going well for you and you can go into this week with a positive mindset. So what is the most important message that Aries needs to know this week? Aries. Okay, we've got the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So Aries, this week a lot of illusions are going to be coming down for you. Anything that you've been telling yourself that just simply isn't true, the truth is gonna come out. Okay, I feel like for you, Aries, you've been kind of living in a limbo state. Like there's been a part of you that knows that the energy that you've been experiencing is in the past, like there's a lot of past energy, a lot of past themes that have been coming up for you. But at the same time, you've known that that was all things coming back from the past for you to deal with so that you could really see the truth, because the things that you've been dealing with, they've been put in your path to teach you a lesson, and you're coming into the realization of that this has all been for a purpose, that you've had something to learn from this. You've had something that you needed to get out of it, and now that that lesson has been learned, or you've done enough healing work, you're now able to face the truth. And if you would have faced the truth previously, it would have really broken you. But now you're so much stronger, you have so much more clarity that you can very easily decipher what is your truth and what is not. So that's what's happening this week. This week, you're going to be letting go of old stories that you've been telling yourself, old self-limiting beliefs, and you're going to start feeding into your new truth. So things may be ending, and I feel like you're just going to let them go. If they don't align and they don't resonate with your truth, you're going to be letting them go. So best of luck to you, Aries. Okay, Taurus. Hope you guys are all doing well. Wishing you guys the best for this week. What is the most important message that Taurus needs to know for this week? Most important message for Taurus. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So, Taurus. This week, Taurus, you are about to climb a mountain, okay? This week is the beginning of a new chapter for you. You're right now at ground zero. You're having to look at the path ahead and think about, how am I going to get to where I need to go? What are the small steps I need to take to get to that big picture goal that I have? How do I get there? And a lot of it is really less about what are you going to be doing externally. It's going to be more about, what do I need to do internally? Like, what things do I do that get in the way of my goals? How do I sabotage my success? What do I do continually? What have I been doing that has been preventing me from achieving what it is that I want to achieve? So this week, you're going to be letting go of some of your conflicts, some of your self-sabotaging behaviors. You are now going to be taking responsibility for your own actions, your own emotions, for your life. You're no longer going to be blaming other people or outside situations for why you can't have what you want to have. You are now going to be going forward with a whole new mentality. You're going to be looking to you first for answers. You're going to be your own boss going forward. So this is really great, Taurus. You know, it's really very empowering when you can take responsibility for yourself. So I'm wishing you the best of luck this week. Let's go into Cancer. Hello, Cancer. I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead. Let's see what the most important messages are for you for this week. Most important message for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? We've got the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So, Cancer. You have been going through a lot of changes recently. And I feel for a lot of Cancers, you're about to embark on a new journey in your life. Whether this is You're going to be moving somewhere new shortly in the next few months. You're starting a new relationship. You're starting a new job. You're about to go through a big transformation. But what's happening is that an aspect of your old life is dying away. And it may feel like everything that you did for the past however amount of time, the past month, the past years, has been for nothing. And I feel like going forward, you're kind of doing things more for you. But at the same time, you don't really like that. You don't really like this energy. But you know you need to do it because you're doing something for the greater good of you. But you may have a little apprehension about it. You may not have the same enthusiasm or passion for it that you did in the past. So I feel like this week you're kind of doing you. You're kind of getting your mind right. You're trying to have a more optimistic point of view on this new journey that you're about to embark on. And this is unnatural for you. I feel like you have been in a very comfortable state for the past months, years, okay? And there have been people around. There have been, very important people around who have been your support system. And now that support system may be falling away. Maybe those people are falling away because they're doing their own thing, or they're falling away because you're doing your own thing. I feel a very independent energy here, and I feel like you're taking responsibility for yourself in a way that you never have before, and it's uncomfortable, but it's something you know you need to do. So Cancer, I feel like this week you're really just getting right for you. So I wish you the best of luck. Let's go into Gemini. Gemini, 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 how are you, loves? What is the most important message that Gemini needs to know this week? Most important message for Gemini. Oh. Gemini. Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Daughter of Cups in the reverse. So Gemini. So Gemini, I feel like you are really starting to see the power of instant manifestation in your life. You're starting to see how your thoughts really do control your reality. And coming into this realization of this power kind of has you feeling like, man, why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I realize this earlier? And I feel like you're kind of looking back a little bit with a little bit of regret, being a little harsh on yourself for the past, but that's okay. You were doing what you knew at the time to be best, okay? You were making decisions based upon what you knew. So there's no point in worrying about, oh man, shoulda, coulda, woulda. No. You're here now. Okay, some of you may be experiencing abundance within your career, within your finances, within your home, in your material realm. You could be feeling very abundant. But perhaps emotionally, you're not feeling as abundant. Something's missing. So for this week, it's about letting go of, those past goals you may have had for yourself that don't really resonate anymore. The things that, don't really get you out of bed anymore. It's time for you to, put less of an emphasis on your material world and more on your internal world. More working on your head and heart connection. Doing things that feed your soul. This is all good now. This is all taken care of. Now you can really focus on yourself and your emotional well-being. So this week, Gemini, I would highly recommend, taking a little bit of extra time in the morning just to sit, maybe sit with your coffee and look out the window and start thinking about what really makes you happy and start pursuing that. Okay? So I wish you the best of luck, Gemini. Let's get into Leo. So happy Leo season to my Leos. Let's see what the most important message for you is this week. Most important message for Leos. We've got the Judgment card in the reverse and the Sun of Cups. So Leo, there is some kind of outstanding situation. There's a situation that you haven't fully gotten closure on yet. And the reason why that is because you're still doing introspection about it. You're still really thinking about, what do I want out of this situation? What is right for me in this situation? Does this situation even serve me anymore? Does it even deserve my attention, my energy? I feel like, Leo, right now, you're wanting to feel lighter. You're wanting to just kind of let go of any unnecessary weight that you've been carrying around. And it is going to require you to address that problem. Maybe some of you have been a little avoidant of it. So you are going to have to address it, but you're waiting until you fully know how it's going to affect you. So, if there's someone that you're in contact with, that you've maybe had a recent falling out with, I feel like this week you're going to really look at the situation and be like, is this even worth it anymore? What am I even getting out of this? What do I really even want from this? Does this person really even deserve my forgiveness? So I feel like there's going to be a lot of internal healing, so that when you do approach the situation, no matter how the outcome turns out, You're going to be just fine. So I'm wishing you guys the best this week, Leo. Let's go into Virgo. Hello, Virgo. Let's see what is the most important message for you this week. Most important message for Virgo. Most important message for Virgo. We've got the 8 of Wands and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so Virgo, I feel for you, you are going to be receiving some type of communication that you have been waiting on, but it hasn't prevented you from moving forward. Okay? I feel like this communication that is coming towards you, it's going to cause you to take a step back. And it may also be an insight that you receive. So this could come in through meditation. This could come in through the dream state. Or it could come from another individual. But whatever this communication you receive, it is going to provide you with the clarity that you've been wanting. But it may not necessarily be the answer that you were looking for. So the big message I feel for you, Virgo, is about surrender. It's about to surrender and realize that you are receiving what it is that you need, not necessarily what it is that you want. Know that the universe is really always communicating with you. You just have to be open to receiving that clarity, receiving that insight. And I feel like this is the beginning of you really opening up to that communication. I feel like whatever message you receive, you're really going to receive it. Like it's really going to come through. I feel like it's very important on your path, so pay attention this week. You may not feel like your normal self, okay? Mercury is going retrograde. That is the ruler of your sign. So I do feel that you may feel a little different starting this week. But I do feel that this is going to be a very important time for you. So pay attention to the insights. Be open to receiving the insights. Write them down, okay? Maybe if they don't make sense when you initially receive them, take a little bit of time. If you receive communication from someone, don't feel that you have to respond immediately. You can take the time that you need to really fully process this, okay? So I'm wishing you the best of luck, Virgo. Okay. Libra. How are you, dears? Let's see what the most important message is for Libra. Most important message for the week ahead for Libra. Okay. So you guys have 3 cards. Look at you. We have the Mother of Pentacles in the reverse, the World in the reverse, and the 4 of Swords. So Libra, I feel like you have been very much so focused on your material realm. Perhaps things just aren't working out the way that you intended for them to work out. And because of that, you're not seeing the change that you want. And I think it's because you may be too attached to the outcome here. There may have been something that you've been wanting to do or something that you've been wanting to manifest that just simply is not manifesting. And you're feeling resistance, you're feeling a block to it, you're not feeling that forward momentum that you'd like to feel. So the message for you is to really take a step back, pull your energy back, and take some time out for you. Take some time out to open yourself up to the messages that the universe has for you. The universe is trying to communicate with you, but you have to stop pushing so hard. This is a time where you're just going to have to sit back and receive. If you look at this card, I love this card. I love the imagery of it. You know, because yes, these swords can fall on to the sheep at any time, but it's using its time to get illuminated. It's using this time to receive the downloads that it needs to receive. And it doesn't have any worries. It's not afraid. So this is the energy that you're going to have to embrace this week. Knowing that the fight that you've been putting in, it's not getting you anywhere. It's not allowing this world to turn. Your best course of action this week is to simply surrender and release your control. And allow your blessings to come to you. So yeah, this message came in very strongly for you, Libra, as you saw. It hasn't done this for any of the signs. I've only been pulling 2 cards. 3 came out for you, so I feel like this was very important for you. So I am wishing you the best of luck this week. Okay. Scorpio, my Scorpio family, how are you? Let's see what the most important message is for Scorpio for the week ahead. What does Scorpio need to know for the week ahead? Scorpio. The 8 of Swords and the 3 of Swords in the reverse. So, Scorpio, I feel like you're in a bit of a limbo right now. For a lot of you, you've recently had to let go of a relationship that was just simply not cutting it. Just simply not cutting it. You had to let it go. It came to a point where you had to let it go because it just simply made no sense at all. Like, it almost wasn't even your choice. It was like, yeah, this is the most obvious choice. And I feel like a lot of you weren't even mad about it. Like, it felt so right. It felt like exactly what you needed to do. But it's left you feeling kind of trapped. Because I think for a lot of you, though it may have been expected, there was an element of it that was a little unexpected, an element of it that wasn't, you weren't really ready to let go. You weren't fully prepared to move on. So you're kind of here now, like, what's next? What do I do? Where is up right now? I feel like a lot of you guys are just, your heads are just turning and turning and turning. And you're just trying to figure out, what's my next move? So for you guys this week, it's about letting go of those just non-stop thoughts. Breaking free from this mental prison that you've put yourself in. And yes, some of it was justified. And yes, you're just simply trying to find your equilibrium again. But a lot of it is constructed by your mind. So this week, you're really having to break free and realize that that situation you were in, you have overcome that. You are beyond that. And anything that you want to achieve now, you need to start flying in that direction. You can let go of this pain for good. You went through it, you experienced it, you learned your lesson, it's gone. Let that situation go. Free yourself. Okay? Alright, I'm wishing you Scorpios the best of luck. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, how are you? I hope you guys are feeling good this week. Let's see what the most important message for you is. Sagittarius. What is the most important thing that Sagittarius needs to know this week? Okay, we have 2 cards fly out. We've got the Strength card and the 8 of Cups in the reverse. So, Sagittarius, I feel like you have had such a great lesson to learn. And this lesson that you've learned is something that you're going to be able to apply to all areas of your life. And it's that you can't walk away from things when they get hard. That is just simply not gonna work. I feel like this week that is going to be tested. You have learned how to find strength even when you are at your lowest point. You're realizing that energy simply cycles. You're gonna have good times where you're feeling really, really up, and you're gonna have bad times where you're feeling really, really down. But in the down moment, it doesn't mean you just give up and quit. You can't just walk away from things. If you continue to have that mentality, you're never going to find the happiness that you want. So this week, that's being tested. You're having to let go of the fear that when things get bad, they're done and over and you just have to forget about it. No, that is going. That type of mentality, that is going. That is being tested here. I feel like this is really testing your stamina. It's testing your courage. So if there's something that you've been dealing with, for example, if you've been dealing with a relationship and you have your ups and you have your downs, and in your downs you tend to pull away and start getting fearful and start getting pessimistic, This week, you're going to have to really work through that. And yes, there are going to be some things you need to let go, but I feel like what you're really letting go of this week is your fear. That's what you're really letting go of. You're really letting go of the fear. Because I feel like a lot of you want everything to be perfect all the time, and it's just not realistic, and that way of thinking has held you back. It's prevented you from getting opportunities that you've wanted. But this week, you're pushing through. So stay strong this week, Sagittarius. I'm wishing you guys the best of luck. Okay, Cappies. How are you, Capricorn? Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what this week has in store for you. Most important message for Capricorn. Most important message for Capricorn. We've got the Father of Wands and the Ace of Swords. All right, so Capricorn, this week I feel like you are getting your fire back. You're getting your passion back. I feel like there's something that you have known is your calling. You've known this is your destiny. You know that this is your path. You just know this is what you want to do. And this week you're really standing in your truth. So no matter what happens this week, you're going to do what caters to your truth. If something doesn't resonate with you, it just simply doesn't resonate. And you're not going to hold a big grudge about it. You're not going to make a big deal about it. You're just going to let it go. Because you're just so in touch with what your truth really is. I feel like you've had big clarity. I feel like ever since that Capricorn full moon that we had, you've been on a path towards this. And I feel like this is the big culmination of everything that has been going on. I feel like Saturn has really put you to work. Saturn has really made you think about things, think about it again, and think about it again. It's made you do things, do it again, and do it again. And you're starting to really hone in on it. You're starting to really master it. You're starting to really know, okay, I get it. This has been difficult, but I get it. So this week I feel like you're standing strong. So I'm wishing you guys the best of luck, Cappies. Have a great week. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Let's see what are the most important messages for you. What does Aquarius need to know for the week ahead? Aquarius. We've got the High Priestess and the Mother of Pentacles in reverse. So, Aquarius, this is going to be a really important week for you. And I feel like you're approaching this week very differently than you've approached this in like entire year. I feel like this is the turning point in your year. up until this point, you may have been really hyper focused in your material realm, and I feel like that is being put on the back burner. Like, I feel like you've worked very hard thus far, and I feel like you're in a good place now, but things are changing for you. I feel like the rest of this year, you're going to be in a whole different mindset. Your consciousness is just going to be expanded. It's almost like up until this point, you've been looking at life or this year with a tunnel vision type of view. Like maybe you've been working really hard on a very specific plan, on a very specific goal. And you've either achieved that or that has just fallen away and it's no longer as important, or you have a new goal. But I feel like going forward, you're going to be way more connected with the energy. You're going to be way more connected with spirit. Like, I feel like this week is the beginning of it, but going forward, you're going to be receiving a lot of insights, a lot of downloads. There is a lot of activity going on in your house right now, and I feel like you may have been feeling all of this energy, but now you're really tuning in. So for this week, you're going to be letting go of something that you realize doesn't really serve you. Like, it doesn't really contribute to your path. It doesn't really contribute to your spirituality. It doesn't really, it may contribute to like your bank account or, something material like that, but it doesn't really feed your soul. So you're going to be now feeding your soul. You're going to be doing what makes you happy. I feel like that's what you're really focusing in on this week. So really, I feel like for you, it's going to be very important to do your meditation this week. Write down the insights you receive. Pay attention to the dreams you receive, because there's messages coming in for you in everything. Pay attention to the synchronicities, maybe the people who come back. Think about, what is the innate lesson in all of this? What am I to learn? Or what cycles have I been in, and how do I break out of them? Okay? So I feel like this is going to be a really big week for you guys. So I'm wishing you the best of luck. And last but not least, the most patient sign of the zodiac, Pisces. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what this week has in store for you. What are the most important messages that Pisces needs to know this week? We've got the Mother of Cups and the Hierophant in reverse. So my Pisces, I feel like you've been in a very nurturing mood lately. Whether it's nurturing yourself, whether it's nurturing others, or you've just had more emotional reserve. It's like you have more emotions to share with others. Maybe you've been a little more connected in with yourself. That head and heart connection has been very strong lately. But I feel like for you this week, the heart wins. The heart wins. You may have in the past couple of weeks been really in your head a lot, but I feel like for this week, you're leading with your heart. You're leading with your emotions. You're doing what is more authentic to you. You're doing what really nurtures your soul. So it's a really beautiful place to be. So if you have been in your head a lot, if you've been seeking a lot of validation outside of yourself, just know that this week is all about the heart. I would highly recommend, you can just type it in on YouTube, listening to heart chakra meditations, wearing a lot of emerald, or if you've got like I've got like a little mood light in my room, like turning it to the green, really letting your heart take center stage this week. I feel like your heart is guiding you, which is lovely. It's very lovely. Yeah, so anything that you have been overthinking or confused about, just let your heart take over. Let your heart solve your problems for you this week. And I think you're going to be really, really happy with the result of that if you do that. All right, Pisces, so thank you so much. Thank you all for tuning in and listening. Again, all the informations about my sale will be down below, link to my website, as well as a link to my Instagram. So I'm wishing you guys all the best this week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.